Peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know y'all probably surprised that I'm back so soon. But for those of y'all who don't know, it's your boy Vic Sling Hope. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Gotta say that in the beginning of the videos because sometimes people don't watch it to the end. If you like my content, show some love, show some support. It goes a long way. And today I'm coming back to y'all with another story. Somebody asked me in the comments the other day, what made me turn Crip. I be talking a lot about like my gang involvement and stuff like that, and I try to bring awareness and story tell about certain things, right? Not to glorify, but like to kind of like show people how, the walks of life that I kind of like encounter, right? When I was younger, when I was ignorant to certain things. So somebody asked me why I chose to turn Crip, being that there was the less of, there was more Bloods than Crips and stuff like that. So I'm gonna tell y'all basically almost like two stories in one this time. I'm gonna tell y'all why I turned Crip and how I turned Crip. Ooh, look, you nosy motherfuckers. Look at y'all. Nah, but let me stop. I got a nice little view too. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, fuck it, man. Let me give him another video. The view, the backdrop. If you look over there, like, you can't really see it right now, but like, way over there across the water is Canada and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm like, damn. I can't go to Canada because I got a felony, but you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, Canada right there. Like, but anyway, I got a little carried away. But let me get to the story. So the reason I turned Crip was because, like, I kind of like grew up in a Blood neighborhood, and like in the neighborhood that I grew up in, it was Blood, and like the Bloods controlled, and like the Bloods were doing like a lot of oppressive stuff that I didn't really like. On Halloween in particular, like the Bloods used to go out, and it might not be every Blood, and some people got their discrepancies about this because I spoke to some Bloods and they'd be like, oh, that ain't no Blood shit. But they used to go out on Halloween and cut women. I'm pretty sure some of y'all remember this shit too. That every Halloween, Bloods used to be out here wilding, bugging, and they used to have some shit where they used to be cutting women in the face. You know what I'm saying? I remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? And aside from that, they used to be doing other shit like extorting people and like, just fucking with neutral people that didn't have nothing to do with nothing. Like, there was just a very oppressive force in the community. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just something that I witnessed, you feel me? And another thing I noticed is like a lot of people didn't really like them, but a lot of people couldn't do nothing about it. Like, they were scared. They wasn't gonna confront them and stuff like that. And like, I never liked bullies. Like, I remember like since the beginning of time, like I had my first street fight when I was like probably like 8. You know what I'm saying? Like fighting this bully dude. And then like, then I had another street fight like in the 5th grade, right? When I was like 11, like, but it was always like with bullies and stuff, right? So I never really liked people that oppressed people, took advantage of them, and they couldn't really defend themselves. So I didn't like the shit that they were doing, and I kind of like was like, like I was like, I knew I couldn't get rid of them by myself, right? But my mindset was, if I joined the rival gang, you know what I'm saying, like I can stand up against them, and I could take over my neighborhood, and I could push them out, like, you feel me? And then like, Crips could take over, and then we would do things differently. We won't oppress nobody. We won't violate nobody. We won't do nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that was my mindset. You feel me? Like, it seems simple. A lot of people didn't even believe in my vision. Like, when I told them that I would, take over the neighborhood, when I would, do certain things, like, they didn't really believe it, right? But it was a vision, and I knew I could achieve it. Like, I really believe wholeheartedly in myself. And this is why, like, I study the brain today, right? Because I know, like, the brain is very intriguing, like, and I knew when I was in prison, I knew that if I could believe something, if I could believe this, right? If I could put all my energy into this cause of gang banging, and I could influence people to join the gang, then I could influence people to do different things. You know what I'm saying? Then I could influence people to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, showing them my change. And this is why I do these type of things, right? Because I knew at one point when I was ignorant, I influenced people to do other ignorant shit. So anyway, that's the reason why I wanted to turn Crip, right? Because it was just like, I felt like once I have the backing of the rival gang of the Crips, then we could like push them. But it was just to get rid of the oppression, right? But shit never goes according to plan sometimes, So anyway, that's the reason why. And now I'm gonna tell y'all how I turned Crip, right? So, when I was younger, like, a lot of my cousins was Crip and shit. You feel me? Like, they was Honduran. My family Honduran and shit. And a lot of Hondurans back in the day used to be Crip. You know what I'm saying? Used to have Honduran mafia and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, mad Hondurans was Crip back in the day. And that's kind of like where I grew up around. So I was going to turn with the Honduran people, but then I moved uptown. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, once I moved uptown, I kind of, like, wasn't coming downtown like that a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to live on 174th, and I used to be around Cortona Park. But then once I moved uptown, like, it was over. Like, I wasn't really going over there like that. So then I kind of, like, chilled for a little bit, but I was still on some fake Crip shit. I like the Crips, but, like, again, like I told y'all, that was really, like, what really fueled me and pushed me to turn Crip. You feel me? Like I used to like it, but I never really was like I was gonna be down. Like, you feel me? I just liked it. But then, like, when I seen what I seen in my neighborhood, that made me just, yeah, I gotta get down with this shit. Like, enough is enough. You feel me? So anyway, one day, after, like, some prolonging, people used to be like, yo, when you gonna turn Crip, man? When you gonna turn Crip? Like, they used to see me around. Sometimes I used to have a little blue flag. I wasn't Crip, but, I used to have a little blue flag wrapped around my wrist and shit. Like, my little mans would tell you, what I'm saying? And then, like, one day, like, I remember they was just like, yo, like, what's up? Like, you gonna turn Crip today? You gonna turn Crip today? And I was like, fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, fuck it. That was like, what? That was kind of like shocked. You feel me? Like, I was like, yeah, like, fuck it. Like, so it was like 4 dudes. I had to get it on with 4 dudes. You know what I'm saying? 60 seconds. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that much. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they do in other places. But where I was from, that's how they did it. You know what I'm saying? They gave me like 4 dudes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no names. I don't say no names, man. But they gave me like 4 dudes and shit, man. Like, I feel like, yo, they all was older than me. I don't even remember. I remember like 3. Wait. Yeah, they all these dudes were older than me. Feel me? Like, I was young. I was like 16, 17. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, we used to go on the handball court. For y'all that know about the handball court, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta say where, but people know about the handball court. You know what I'm saying? If the handball court could talk, that shit got mad stories. You know what I'm saying? But, like, so, I remember they was in the handball court. They went in there, they was getting ready and shit. They took off this shit. They was in there like, like, we about to wear this motherfucker out. I ain't gonna lie. They used to be wearing motherfuckers out. Like, I ain't gonna lie. They done loped in so many motherfuckers, and a lot of motherfuckers never came back to the park. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, it was 4 of them. So, they in the handball court waiting for me, right? So, I already knew what's up. Like, I seen them do this shit plenty of times to people. So, when I went in there, I was just like, I went in there walking. I thought they was going to let me know and shit. Like, they know me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought they was trying to be slick, you feel me? Like, they was just, like, acting like they was getting ready and shit, like, stretching and shit, and, like, but at the same time, I see something from my peripheral. He trying to get, like, he trying to, like, squivel, like, do some slide behind me type shit, like, you feel me? Like, I see you, homie, like, but I act like I ain't see him, though, you know what I'm saying? I play dumb, so I walked in, and they was, like, out like this, and then some was trying to, like, swivel behind, like, to the side of me type shit, so when he got, like, close enough, and, like, the others were still kind of, like, a little far, like, I was just like, oh, so you gonna be the first one? And I just cranked it, like, you know what I'm saying? I went in first, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I already know what it's hitting for, you feel me? Like, yeah, I think I did pretty well. So, I got jumped in by 4 dudes. And then it was so crazy. It's so crazy because when you fighting, them seconds feel like forever when you getting jumped. I ain't even gonna lie. It's 60 seconds. I don't know, man. Maybe they cheated me. Maybe they added like another minute. I don't know. Maybe they didn't. But I do know when you getting jumped, the time feel like it's forever. You feel me? Because I remember at one point, we like paused, right? Like, we was getting it on or whatever. I'm fighting back, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's one thing I noticed. When you get jumped, you always got to fight back. You can't give your opponent the ability to just, size you up. Like, you know how sometimes some people just curl up and then, like, motherfuckers be over them like this. like figuring out how I'm gonna hit you or what I'm gonna do to you. Nah, because when you fighting back, they gotta block too. They gotta, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I always learned that, like, you feel me? From early on, like, no matter how many, you fight back, bro. Fight back. Like Pop Smoke said. And I don't care if you lose, still fight back. You know what I'm saying? But nah, that's some real shit though. That was some real shit. So anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember, like, during the time they was jumping me, I thought it was over. I thought the shit was finished. And they talking about I still had 20 more seconds. I'm like, yo, this shit was crazy. But yeah, that's what happened, man. And I don't think my shit was that bad. Like, my shit wasn't even bad. Like, I wasn't fucked up or nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or whatever the case might be. Like some other people might, some other people, like, you know what I'm saying, like, might have been fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That got loped in. But, like, mine was pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? I had 4 people and they didn't really do me dirty. You feel me? Maybe because they knew me, or maybe because I also fought back. I was a little tough dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to big my, pushing my shit, big my shit up. But, like, I was a little tough dude. I wasn't no slouch. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like I mentioned before, like, to be Crip, like, some people that was Crip, like, I knew some dudes that was tough. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna get into the politics of dudes that act like they was tough and they really wasn't tough. But, like, I knew some tough ass motherfuckers, you feel me? Like, that was tough. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get into my other story of my first day after I turned Crip, you know what I'm saying? Like, my first day out there rapping, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, man, I encountered some motherfuckers that was tough, you feel me? Like, and I think, like, you could tell based on your performance. I think, well, this is what I think. I have a theory that I think based on your performance when you getting initiated in the gang, when you getting jumped in, based on how you perform, I think you could foresee, like, how this individual is going to be in the game, you know what I'm saying, later on, like, the years to come type shit, you feel me? Like, you could tell the motherfuckers that really didn't do much, or you didn't really, like, fight, or you didn't really, like, you can't really put too much trust in them. You can't even put too much faith in them, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, but I think that's just what I think. I just think, like, if you showed out when you got loped in, I think most likely you're going to show out when you out there by yourself and you encounter, like, the enemy, you know what I'm saying? That's just my thoughts, and that's just why I did it, and that's just how I did it. And yeah, so I just got jumped in, and then after that, like, you know what I'm saying, that was that, you know what I'm saying, that was, and I ain't gonna lie, there used to be some motherfuckers that just used to smoke him, and they used to be like, yo, you might as well hold down that you Crip, otherwise you just got jumped for nothing. So I seen them do a lot of grimy shit, you feel me? So, like, I feel like they could have been did that shit to me, you feel me? Like, I feel like I'm glad they ain't violate me like that, because I seen motherfuckers get violated. Like, I seen motherfuckers, like, fake think about it, and motherfuckers just rock them and start beating them up, and then they be like, yo, you Crip now. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm very grateful, you know what I'm saying, that, like, they ain't really violate me and shit like that, because I don't know, like, that shit would never went lightly with me either, you feel me? Like, you're not just gonna smoke me and tell me I'm this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how that shit would have went. You feel me? Like, I'm not saying, like, I was going to do this, that, and the third, but I'm just saying, like, man, I don't know how that shit would have went. But that's how my shit went. That's why I did it. And that's how I did it. And, I got some other stories, man. But I just wanted to put that out there because somebody asked me in the comments. And I think a lot of people didn't really know. I'm not so sure. But I just wanted to share that because I talk a lot about my gang experience. And so now y'all know why I did it and how I did it. And it wasn't, that's just what it was. It wasn't because I was lonely. It wasn't because of, like, I needed family. It wasn't because of none of that. It was just I wanted to stand for what I believe was the truth. I wanted to stand against the oppressors, and that's why I did it. You feel me? But let me know what y'all think, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you like it, and share the love, man. Word. Peace. Y'all be safe out there.